Hello, how are you? Welcome everyone to another episode of our English Learning Podcast. I'm Agnes, and I'm so happy to have you here today. Whether you are walking, sitting, cooking, or just relaxing, thank you so much for choosing to spend time with us. This podcast is made for you, for learners who want to speak, understand, and feel more confident in English. We're really excited about today's episode.
And I'm Jasper. Welcome from my side too. It's great to have you all back again. I know many of you watch or listen from different parts of the world, and that is amazing. Thank you so much for supporting this podcast and giving us your time. We always try to bring topics that help you grow step by step. Today, we're bringing something very important, something that will make your English more natural and fluent.
Yes, absolutely. But Jasper, I want to ask you something first. What are we talking about today? What is the special subject?
Good question, Agnes. Today we are talking about one of the most important and sometimes tricky parts of English grammar. The topic is adverbs usage. Doesn't that sound interesting?
Oh yes, it really does. Friends, adverbs are words that give more meaning to actions. They make your sentences more complete, more colorful. Without adverbs, our speech is flat and boring. For example, if I say, she sings, that's fine. But if I say, she sings beautifully, now you feel something. You can imagine her singing. That's the magic of adverbs.
Exactly, and we use adverbs every day to talk about how, when, where, and how often things happen, like, he runs quickly, she always smiles, they arrive late, and so on. These little words help people understand you better. They add emotion, clarity, and rhythm to your sentences.
And the best part is, once you learn how to use adverbs correctly, your English becomes more professional. Whether you're writing, speaking, or just trying to understand what others say, adverbs will help you a lot. You'll hear them in movies, songs, business talks, and even in daily conversations with friends.
That's right. I remember when I first started learning English, I used to say, I speak English, but one day, a teacher told me to say, I speak English fluently. That one small word, fluently, made a big difference. It showed my skill. It gave more information. That's how powerful adverbs are.
Yes, and adverbs come in many forms. We'll be talking about adverbs of manner, time, frequency, degree, and place. Don't worry if these sound difficult now. We will explain each one with very clear examples, and you'll understand them very easily.
And not only that, we'll also show you where to put adverbs in a sentence. Sometimes they go in the middle, sometimes at the end, sometimes at the beginning, and when you know where to place them, your sentences become smooth and correct.
So true. And here's one more thing. Adverbs are also used a lot in business English. For example, we strongly recommend this product, or the meeting started late. These are real. Useful sentences that can help you at work too. Learning adverbs is not just grammar, it's communication.
Exactly, Agnes. And that's why we are so excited to explore this topic with all of you. It is not only helpful, it's fun. You'll start to notice adverbs everywhere, and once you do, you'll be able to use them in your own English, step by step.
Thank you again to all our amazing listeners. We are really grateful for your support. If you're ready, let's begin the deep dive into adverbs. Get your notebook or just listen with your heart. Because today, we're building a strong part of your grammar skills.
So let's start with the first type of adverbs, adverbs of manner. These adverbs tell us how something happens. So let's start with the first type of adverbs, adverbs of manner. These adverbs tell us how something happens. For example, listen to this sentence. She speaks softly. The word softly is an adverb of manner. It shows how she speaks. Another one, he drives. Carefully, again, the word carefully tells us about the way he drives.
Yes, and here's a good tip to remember. Adverbs of manner often end in lie, like quickly, slowly, quietly, loudly, happily, sadly. Of course, not all of them follow this rule, but many do. And they are usually placed after the verb or after the object in a sentence. For example, she sang beautifully, or he answered the question correctly.
Right? Let's play a quick game. I'll say a sentence without the adverb, and you, Agnes, try to add a good adverb of manner, okay?
Let's do it.
Okay, first one. The baby cried.
How about the baby cried loudly?
Perfect. Second one. He walked.
He walked slowly. Or maybe he walked confidently. That changes the feeling.
Exactly. See? Adding a simple adverb gives the sentence more meaning and feeling. It helps the listener or reader to see the picture in their mind. That's what we want when we speak or write.
Now let's talk about the second type of adverbs. Adverbs of time. These adverbs tell us when something happens. Some examples are now, yesterday, today, soon, later, already, recently, tomorrow.
Yes. So if I say, I will call you later, the word later is an adverb of time, or she already left, where already shows when something happened. These words help listeners understand the timing of an action.
A lot of English learners forget to use these in their sentences, but when you add them, your sentence becomes more natural. Try to think of time words when you're telling a story or giving information, even something simple like I ate breakfast this morning sounds better than just I ate breakfast.
Absolutely. And don't forget that adverbs of time can go at the beginning or at the end of a sentence, like yesterday. We watched a movie, or we watched a movie yesterday. Both are correct.
Let's give our listeners a small challenge. Think of 3 things you did today and try to say them with adverbs of time. For example, I studied English this morning. I cleaned my room an hour ago. I will go shopping later. See, it's easy and fun too.
Nice idea. And now, we move to the third type of adverbs, adverbs of frequency. These adverbs tell us how often something happens. Examples, always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never.
Oh yes, these are super useful. We use them every day. For example, I always brush my teeth in the morning, or she never eats fast food. These adverbs help you talk about your habits and routines.
And here's something important. Adverbs of frequency usually go before the main verb, but after the verb to be, like, I always wake up at 7 a.m. She is usually tired after work. He never drinks coffee. It sounds small, but it really helps your English sound natural.
Let's give another fun mini quiz. Jasper, complete this sentence. I __________ eat vegetables.
I'll say, I often eat vegetables, or maybe I sometimes eat vegetables. Depends on the day.
Haha, that's true for many people. Listeners, now it's your turn. Try to make 3 sentences about your daily life using these adverbs. Always, sometimes, never. It can be about eating, studying, exercising, anything.
This is a great way to make adverbs part of your real speaking. You don't need big words, just real sentences from your daily life.
And now that we've talked about manner, time, and frequency, there are still more adverbs to explore, right?
Yes. Next, we'll talk about adverbs of place and degree. These are also very helpful and very interesting.
So, as Jasper said, next we have adverbs of place. These adverbs tell us where something happens. They answer the question where. Some common examples are here, there, everywhere, outside, inside, upstairs, downstairs, nearby.
Right? For example, please sit here. The word here shows a place. Or, the kids are playing outside. Outside is the adverb of place. It tells us where the action is happening.
You know what's really cool about adverbs of place? They help us give clear directions or describe locations without using too many words. For example, if you say my phone is somewhere nearby, you're giving the listener an idea of where it is, even if you're not exactly sure.
Yes. And sometimes we combine adverbs of place with verbs of movement, like he went inside or she walked upstairs. This makes your speaking sound more natural and complete.
Now let's talk about the last group for today, adverbs of degree. These adverbs tell us how much or to what level something happens. They make your sentence stronger or weaker. Common examples are very, to, quite, almost, enough, just, really, extremely.
Let's look at some examples. I'm very tired. Very tells us the degree of how tired. She almost fell. Almost shows it didn't fully happen. He is quite tall. Quite makes the sentence softer, like not very, but more than a little.
And one that people use a lot is really. Like, this food is really good. Or I really like your idea. These small adverbs change the meaning in a big way.
Yes, and it's important to know where to put these adverbs in your sentence. For example, I completely forgot. She totally understands. They just rhymed. These words usually come before the main verb, but with the verb to be. They come after, like, he is very happy.
I think this is a great time to remind our lovely listeners. Don't be afraid of using adverbs. They are small, but very powerful. They help you sound clear, natural, and more expressive in English.
And it's okay if you don't get them all correct at first. Just practice. Try making your own sentences using adverbs of manner, time, frequency, place, and degree. You don't need to use big, difficult words. Just say what you feel and say it clearly.
That's the key, clear and honest communication. If you say, I really like learning English. I always try to speak better. Today I studied quietly in the library. You are already using adverbs like a pro.
Wow, that was a great example, Agnes. And we want to say thank you again to everyone who is listening to this podcast. Your support, your learning journey, it really inspires us.
Yes, we know learning a new language takes time, but every step you take, every word you learn, it matters. And remember, English is not just grammar and rules. It's a way to connect with people around the world.
Exactly, and adverbs help you make that connection stronger. They help you explain things better, express your feelings, describe actions, and tell stories in a colorful way.
And there's one more thing before we finish. Jasper, can you share a simple tip for practicing adverbs at home?
Sure, try keeping a little diary. Every day, write 3 short sentences using different types of adverbs. For example, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. today. I work quietly at my desk. Now I'm feeling very happy. It's a simple exercise, but very powerful.
That's a great tip. Okay, listeners, take a deep breath. You've learned a lot today. Let's take a moment to put everything together with a few examples from real life, all text.
All right, Agnes. Let's bring it all together now. Adverbs are small words, but they can really change how your sentence sounds, feels, and what it means.
Exactly. Let's review quickly. We talked about adverbs of manner, how something happens like quickly, slowly. Well, adverbs of time, when it happens now, today. Yesterday, adverbs of frequency, how often, always, sometimes. Never, adverbs of place, where it happens here, outside. Nearby, adverbs of degree, how much or to what level, very, almost, really.
And we also talked about where to put them in a sentence, like before or after verbs, sometimes in the middle, and we gave real examples to help everyone understand clearly.
Now, here's something important. You don't need to memorize everything today. Take your time, listen to this podcast again, write down some notes, and most importantly, try using what you learn in real life.
Yes, English is not about being perfect. It's about communicating. It's about sharing your ideas, your feelings, your stories, and adverbs help you do that in a better way.
And here's one more idea. Try to listen carefully to native English speakers. Watch English movies or shows with subtitles. Listen to how people use adverbs when they speak. You'll hear things like, she's really good at singing. They often go to the gym. I never eat. Spicy food. This will help your ears and your brain get used to real English.
Also, don't be afraid to make mistakes. When you try something new, like using an adverb in your sentence, you're learning, and that's beautiful.
So beautiful. You know, sometimes learners think grammar is boring or too hard, but grammar is like the music behind the words. It gives rhythm, shape, and feeling to your speech.
Well said, Agnes. So dear listeners, please remember, you're doing something amazing. Learning a new language is not easy, but look at you. You are here, learning, listening, growing.
We are so proud of you, and we're so thankful that you've been with us through this episode. Thank you for your support. Thank you for giving your time and heart to learn English.
And thank you for being part of our podcast family. If this episode helped you, we invite you to listen again, share it with a friend, and most importantly, keep practicing.
Yes, because every word you learn is a step toward confidence, and every sentence you speak is a key to the world. So don't stop, speak more, learn more, and use your English proudly.
All right, it's time to say goodbye for now, but remember, your journey is just beginning, and we'll always be here with you.
Goodbye, lovely learners. Keep smiling, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself.
Take care and see you next time.